Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. What's going on, Big E?
What's going on, Jay? How you doing, my man?
I'm just trying to survive these postal streets, brother. You know how it goes.
Hey, man, I'm trying to do the same thing.
Trying to do the same thing. All right. So, I gotta say hello to my postal family as they all start to trickle in. So bear with me, bear with me. Um, I know you on here and you want to talk about what you got going on in life. But again, I gotta say what's going on to my family out there. Miguel, how you doing? Gabrielle, what's going on? Anna, cello, cello. We have one of y'all people here, full-fledged carrier from the yesteryear. Your chooch is a carrier extraordinaire. I don't even know what that means. Um, but we want to talk about, man. You called me the other night and you want to talk about some things. For those that don't know, Mr.
Right?
E here is very close from me or outside the post office. Actually, I
So
think
no,
from way back in the days. Alex, how you doing? Um, and he's a talk to me, man. Talk to me. What's your craft? How long you been with the PO?
yeah, man, I'm a carrier down here in South Florida. I've been doing this carrier business for 27 years, and yeah, long time, man, long time. I'm already at the top step and everything like that. So yeah, just been doing my thing here down in South Florida.
27 years.
27.
I ain't know you was, man. I ain't realize you was that old, dog, man. You got me.
You don't
You
see
see
all
how I
these
got rid.
grays here, man. Come on.
Hey, you see I got rid of mine, right? I started mine before y'all did, but you know how that go. Um, damn, 27 years. So you seen quite a bit.
I've seen a lot, man. Seen a lot.
Okay. Gabrielle said, "Hey, postal bro," she in there.
Hey, bro. Hey, Gab. How you doing?
um, so before we start, man, obviously you've seen them come and go, the good and the bad, and we're gonna get into this whole uh, contract thing and voting yes and voting no. But uh, for the people that don't see what I got going on, I'm gonna move my camera down right there. See, you got to change the culture right there. Change the culture or embrace the suck. The choice is yours. You could even vote for what they offer you or change it up. End of the day, to me, it looks like they offering y'all pigeon scrap. That's my opinion.
Definitely. Definitely. Little
Yeah.
crumbs, man. That's all they offering. Just these little crumbs. That's it.
Oof. Crumbs. So, 27 years, how many contracts have you been through?
Man, it's been a good, I would say a good ooh, maybe six contracts, maybe. Five. Five contracts.
5 or 6 contracts. Okay. Um, every one of your contracts that you've been through, I guess the first question to me, for me, is have um have you seen anything like this? Has it been delayed this long before?
Never. I've never seen this being delayed this long. 20 months, man, come on, this is just ridiculous. Everything is always just pretty much basically gone through. And, just for this to be uh waiting so long for us to see something, this is just ridiculous.
What's the longest you've been through?
Um, I can recall, mm, I would say no more than 3 months, if
Three
anything.
months.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 3 months. All right. So you spoke to me the other day, and what was your concern the other day when we were talking?
My main concern is that that, when you're talking to your fellow carriers and everything like that, it's just that, you have carriers that wants to vote no, that's going to vote no, I should say. But you also have those carriers that's want to vote yes as well too. But my thing is that, why is the reason why you want to vote yes? Aren't you worth more than just what they're offering?
Okay.
That just doesn't make any sense to me. But then too, they also might say as well too is that, well, it's just going to pass anyway. And I'm like, why would you say something like that? That just don't make any sense to me. But that had me thinking, if it does pass, why are we want to accept anything less than that? You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
it's just so crazy that if it's going to pass, then are we really trusting the system?
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second. So, what are your main concerns about the upcoming voting process for the tentative agreement as a whole? What is your main concern?
My main concern is making sure that we all get our votes in. Um, Trying to figure out if getting our ballots and everything like that, will we or will they be counted? That's my main concern.
Mm, okay.
Because I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, we all know that Renfro, he can't be trusted at all, and he appointed his own people to count these votes. So can we really count on that?
Mm.
That's the scary part for me.
All right. We'll get to that in a second. Uh, you know that they have some proposed changes, which not a lot. The proposed changes in the TA will impact you, your work, and your daily routines as a Table 1 carrier. 27 years, you said, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna ask the question. So you've been at top pay for a minute. Uh,
Yes.
what does this give you as far as money? Not your overall, but how much does it add to what you would get?
Um, Let me see. I think by the end of the contract, uh, at top, I think you will be getting maybe like $4 or $5 or something like that. That's something that I've heard. I really haven't even calculated myself, but I really don't think that's enough. I mean, I'm okay with
Oh,
that, but my main concern is the people that's below me that would not be getting that type of money.
that's at you 27 years in, $4 to $5 an hour, or is that once they calculate it for the
Yeah, that's once they calculated that, that would be at the end of the contract.
oh,
That's
so
what you'll be
within
making.
increments.
Right, exactly.
Okay, okay.
Exactly.
Mm, all right. Would that help you, hurt you? I mean, that's for you. Obviously, it helps a little bit, but
It helps me, but what about the people down at the bottom or in the
mm,
middle?
okay. I
I
like the
mean,
fact that you
they
keep
getting
saying
chump change.
people
I
at the
think
top.
I think the most that they'll really get is maybe $3 by the end of the contract.
So, what aspects of the current contract that you guys are under now that has continued to be extended for 20 some odd months so far? What aspects of the current contract do you believe need the most improvement? And how does the TA address those issues? Now, what I mean by aspects of it, we're not just talking about money because everybody's looking at the monetary part of it. But do you think that they addressed anything having to do with staying out late, safety, just money aside, anything? Do you think that they What part of it that they have right now should be changed or even delved into compared to what the TA has?
Well, I would think for the amount of hours that we actually put in on the street, because even right now, with the time change and everything like that, we're working out there in the dark, man. It is serious, and we have carriers. Uh, we have carriers that are out there to 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Mm.
No resident is expecting somebody to be dropping off a package at that time of the night. We've actually had carriers that has been shot, and management is not doing anything about that until something like that happens. That's a major concern. There's no
Wow.
way that we should be working out that late at night.
So I'm not a carrier, but I've worked later than that. I don't want to hear your shit, man. And the truck driver, we're trucking through the night.
Hey man,
No.
you around still, but we're out there in the elements and everything like that. And again, nobody's not really expecting somebody to be dropping off a package that late at night.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't think they addressed that in your TA at all, do you? Or I mean, I think they offered people something after 12 hours, double pay or something. I don't know, double time or
But
triple
who wants
time.
to work that? I mean, if we was getting a better increase, then a lot of the people wouldn't be worrying about trying to work those type of hours. You have people that's out there that wants the overtime, just so they can survive.
Mm. Yeah, I know a lot of people that wish that they could just work X amount of hours and not have to depend on the extra, change.
Yeah, we all
What they
have
call it,
lives.
eight and skate. That's what they call it, eight and skate,
Age
right?
escape. I mean, we all have lives. We have families. We want to be able to enjoy ourselves as well too. We don't want to have to be coming into work, working all these hours, and day after day, and be tired. By the end of the week, we don't want to have to do that. We want to be able to enjoy ourselves as well too.
Um, 27 years. You got a lot of history there, man. I didn't even know that, man. And I knew you before I started working for the Post. I didn't realize shit. Um, are um there any provisions in the tentative agreement right now that you think are good? Anything? Do you think anything that's in the tentative agreement? All right, we're going to say either positive or negative. Do you think anything in the tentative agreement that he proposed is better than the last time, the same as last time, or worse?
I would say the only positive is that for new regulars that are coming in, they're able to step up 2 levels, 2 steps.
Okay.
That's the only positive thing to me, um, that I would that I would say yes to. But other than that, everything else, I don't believe there's nothing positive about everything else that's in this tentative agreement.
Mm. Gabrielle said daylight savings is a big concern. That changes a lot. I know that once that daylight savings kicks in, man, I know it's brighter earlier, but it gets dark fast. I know that's an issue there.
Around 5 o'clock, 5:30, man, it's getting harder to see.
Yeah, and I know the area that you deliver, man. It's interesting there. Um, how do you think the voting process itself? Because everybody's really concerned about their vote being heard. Um, and I don't think this was ever a concern before. I've never, have you ever heard people worrying about their vote being heard before?
Never, never at this time. But now, yeah, there's concern.
Why do you think
Um,
that is?
listen, Renfro has put us at a point to where he thought that. Well, I won't say that he thought, but he put us at a point to where we was thinking that we was going to be expecting a whole lot more, a better contract. And for him to um, come with this tentative agreement and disappointed everybody, it's like he really wasn't even looking out for the carriers at all. He was more looking at for himself, because I would think, and me, this is only my personal opinion, I think he only setting himself up for when he's on his way out.
Mm, okay, that's interesting. Now, 27 years. I honestly, that's still blowing my mind right now. You just said you've never experienced anybody or any other time when people were concerned about their vote being heard. You know of people that want to vote yes?
It's quite a few people.
And did you ask them why?
Basically, they just pretty much want to just get this all over and done with. They tired of waiting. They just want their money, which we all do. We all want our money. But my thing is that, why do you want to settle for less? You're already working. You're already making your time in and everything like that. If it goes no, and they have to come back and come with a better deal, that still would be more money that you would still be getting.
Hmm. Do you think that if they went to arbitration that you guys would be offered a better deal? I mean, again, you
A
kind of
little
got more
better.
history. I'm sorry?
I think it would be just a little better.
Something's better than nothing, right?
Something is better than nothing. It's better than, damn sure better than 1.3.
Hmm. So for those that are saying, man, I guess the question, have you always voted when they had a contract
This will
vote?
be my first time ever voting, to be honest.
Shame on you. Really?
This will be my first time.
And a lot of people are saying the same thing, man. A lot of people are really concerned about it. I like the fact that you are actually thinking about the people of the future. My kids in the post office. Appreciate that. My daughter. Yeah, all my family. Um, that's impressive, man. But how do you think the voting process itself could be improved? Do you think they want to improve it, or they're trying to hide? Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but so many people on the channel, they always question things, and I want to try to cover all their questions.
Hmm.
Um, Obviously, it's never been a concern before whether or not votes were being counted or thrown away, etc. But how do you personally think the voting process could be improved to ensure that all the letter carriers, their voices are heard and considered?
Man, we're in the area of electronics. I think that, matter of fact, we shouldn't even have to wait this long. If they had a better updated system or anything like that, we could have just been able to log in on, I would say, let me say something like light blue, to where you can be able to cast your vote, your vote with your ID number.
Mm. Would make sense,
It
but I
would.
think they're trying to. I think they were saying that they want to protect the privacy of individuals, so they don't want to see Eric voted yes, Eric voted no. That's my opinion. Um,
But don't they already have some type of way of finding out if you are voting yes or no? Isn't that something like a barcode or some type of number down at the bottom of your ballot?
that's what I was told, man. That's see, there's so many questions behind that because so many people have not voted. No one ever really paid attention to the vote, which is why I think things are going to be so good. I'm going to talk about it in the long run, that they're going to vote it down because there's so many more people that are attentive, from a 20-year, 27-year plus year vet like yourself to the new people. Um, everybody's paying attention and they're waiting for these ballots to see how this plays out. They say the secrecy or integrity of the ballot. I'm not sure. Um,
I don't think nothing is secret. You know, even if you really pay attention, I mean, with the surveys that we usually get, that the supervisors will want you to fill out your surveys. There's
mhm.
a number down at the bottom of that survey.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Um, I know there's a lot of younger people that are the newer carriers. I'm not gonna say younger people, the newer carriers that are there 5 years or less that want to vote yes. I just I know that. I see the comments. Um, and at a couple of the stations around where my daughter's at, said a lot of the younger people do want to vote yes, obviously to get the ballot passed. But I mean the tentative agreement passed. But I feel like they're going to short themselves. That's my opinion. Um, what about the oversight? Can you elaborate on your concerns regarding the oversight of the ballot counting process for the upcoming tentative agreement? I know that on your website, they used to be, I believe it was 10 people that were on the oversight committee. Now
Mhm.
they're up to 15 people on the oversight committee. And after doing some research, uh, was it 7 or 8 of those people that are on the oversight committee now were from the last um, tentative agreement. So what do you feel about that?
Well, I don't know so much about that far as with the um, with the committee or anything like that. Um, but 15 people, you jump from 10 to 15. I mean, I'm taking that they're expecting, because they already know this is this is a bad deal for everybody, for all
Mm,
the carriers. So it's going to be a lot of ballots coming in. So they need the hands to count all these ballots. Either people are voting no or yes. They know that everybody's going to come out and try to vote because they really are tired and they want better. Everybody wants better.
okay. So just to make sure that my facts were straight, 10 committee members back in 2018. Now there's 15 committee members. 7 of the 10 are from the committee in 2018 that are also in this committee today. Um, I said thank you for making me investigate the other day. Ha, ha, ha. Appreciate it. Um, so what about taking pictures of the ballots? I've heard people say, I'm gonna just take a picture of my ballot. Um, do you think that's a realistic thing? Do you think that would help or hurt?
Um, in kind of a way, I would think it would help, but my only concern is making sure that those ballots are being mailed and they're being sent in. That's my only thing. Yeah, you can take a picture. I mean, that's accountability for us because we know for the amount of people that has voted no or yes, and we're basically talking about no when it comes to this. You know, that's more of accountability for us to show that for the amount of people that voted no, we have all these pictures of these people that voted no. But on the other side, are we making sure all those ballots are being accepted?
Mm. So this is your first time voting, so obviously it's gonna be new to you as well. From what I understand, you have to obviously sign your ballot or it's not considered valid. The
Hmm.
valid ballot. I just rhymed. I'm pretty good with it. um, but okay, so now we got a bunch of people that got pictures in their phones. Yeah, I voted no. What does that mean? I don't know. Where such and such is that? You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get it. But our thing is that, where that ballot even make it to the headquarters. or wherever it's going. That's the thing. So I think more pictures is fine for me, but I think, to make sure that our ballots are being accepted and being received, that we might have to spend a little extra money, put a tracking number on that ballot.
Mm.
So this way that they would be able to, that you would be able to check yourself to make sure it was received.
Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Uh, okay. So Gabrielle said, why you never voted before? Why does this time make so much more of a difference and you suck? That's what she said. I didn't say that. No, she didn't say the last part. She didn't say the last part, bro. I added that in there.
No, I've you know what? I've really never even paid attention to everything that was going on. I was just like with everybody else. I was just willing to accept what the post office was willing to give me. But after being in for so long at this point, and to realize that the people under me is not getting a fair deal.
Mm. So in actuality,
So,
you
like I
worried
said,
about the people.
it's not more for me. It's for the people that's under me. That's trying that actually love this job. You have carriers that really really put a lot of effort and a lot of hard work, and to be able to accept just hardly nothing. Because
Mm.
I could be on my way out, but what about for the rest of everybody else? I'm more concerned about them.
I think that honestly, there's so much more social media, and I think that people are connected. Now, 2018, there was social media, obviously, but there was nobody really talking about things in such a, what I mean? We weren't connected. It just
Hmm.
wasn't a thing. We weren't connected.
Right.
Um, I started this channel back, I believe, in 20, the end of 2018, middle of 2018. Um, there was nobody really talking about all the different things going on. But now I think that people are talking to people in the West Coast talking to people in New York talking to people in Florida. Um, and I think there's more connection. I really hope that there's a change in the culture because, obviously you're one of the rare ones, 27 years, and you actually care about the carries of the future. Um, Not too many people give a damn about anything after that. Um, you make shit. If I'm not mistaken, you make more than I do as a truck driver. I do the math and the math in my head, and math is mathing right now. So um, uh, the young lady said she appreciates you for your honesty and wanted to care about us as a union. That was Gabrielle. That's what she said. I'm gonna say, let me hold $5. That's what I'm gonna say. Um,
2026, I got you.
oh shit, right? Hold $5. Are there any other methods that you think could help ensure the accuracy and transparency of the ballot count without compromising voter privacy? And like you said, I think they know about everybody already, but
To me, I really can't even answer that question, man. I mean, everything is behind closed doors, and I just hope that they will be honest about the actual accounts, uh,
mm,
with this. And like I said, we already know that we can't trust anything that Renfro says, because he's basically looking out for himself, and I think he's working his way to make a deal for himself, and then not for the carriers. So I'm hoping that he would do, or the committee would do the right thing and make sure that they get an accurate count with these votes. And I know the majority of the people already want to vote no.
Okay, we'll get back to why about Renfro himself in a second though. Um, how do you think these concerns and suggestions might be received by your fellow carriers and union leadership? I know you got a different life outside of the post office, as well as I. Um, but now that you see this coming and you're dealing with this, have you spoken to other people? Have they received your comments? Have they accepted it? They exchanged, oh, fuck that, man. I'ma just vote yes. Are people receptive? Do you go to your union meetings, etc.?
The meetings, the union meetings, they're pretty much quiet, on this. I'm looking at the video where they did a rally up in,
New
what is
York.
it, New York? Yeah,
Yeah, they invited me. I'm trying to get there. I might slide up that way.
right.
Brooklyn.
And I'm
I'm
like,
out getting
well,
robbed.
what type of example are we going to be setting down here?
Mm.
And nothing. So it's like that you really have to go out. I mean, not go out, but you really have to talk to your coworkers, your fellow coworkers, and really talk to them about it. You know,
So,
make them see that, are you really worth what they offering?
have you heard about the Canadian Post Office?
I heard about that. I heard they turned down 11%.
So, how'd you hear about that?
Um, Actually, on one of your videos.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I might have mentioned it. But how do you think I heard about it?
um, like you say, your research, uh,
Media.
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 Okay,
People are getting their voices heard because they're outside and they protesting and they rallying and they bringing the public and they're getting the public involved in it and they're making people aware that they cannot live off of what they're offered. You understand what I'm saying? So the problem that you're saying is you go to your union hall and it's quiet.
it's quiet.
Why are we talking about Brooklyn being rowdy and New York being rowdy, but it's quiet in South Florida?
Can explain it to you.
Got to change the culture.
We have
Everybody
to,
got to understand you got to change the culture.
and
Got to
and
be part of something.
and that's something that we really would have to do. We have to start getting more of us into these union meetings. We got to start making the change, man. We have to, because we don't need that. We don't need the union, our union leaders, our local union leaders, to just accept anything that management is going to be offering us. We want to make sure that we putting the right people in that's going to be fighting for us.
And the only way to do, and if the people that are in there, they ain't fighting for you, what do you got to do? You got to vote them out.
Yeah, we got to get them out of there. We got to put some better people in there.
So I tell this to my peoples, my postal family. I tell everybody, if you don't like, just like I'm telling you, if you don't like what's going on at your union hall, and if they are complacent, complacency is the enemy of progress. um, you got to switch it up. You got to change that culture inside of your actual hall. And just like somebody made a mention here, you go to the hall. What did they just say? Not gonna be quiet. Go to the branch meeting and set a motion to have a rally. That's what they just said. Set a motion to have a rally. Now, Eric, you can't just walk in there and say, "Hey, I set a motion to have a rally," while everybody else that's in there has been the constant ones that's going. So if you went
Hmm.
to the meeting, you'd have to go in there with 20, 30 other people that say, hey, we want to rally. Because now voices in the
Right.
masses are heard. Y'all got to
Right.
go in there with force and say, look, it was two of us before with 20 of y'all. Now there's 40 of us and 20 of y'all. We need to sit down and we need to talk. We send a motion that we want to rally. Two people can't make it happen. 40 people can. This is the motion that we want to have. And unless people start getting involved, at that point, you'll see what kind of pushback you get from your president. because they can't stop your vote. When you have a vote on the floor, because the union is who you are. Once you have a vote on the floor, I set a motion so that we can vote on this. They can't stop that. And the moment that you put that out there, you see what kind of pushback you get from them. And if you don't like the pushback you get and you're actually trying to do something that's going to benefit your brothers and sisters as a whole, then you know who your true leader is. Your true leader isn't there to help you. Oh, well, we don't want to make no waves. Closed mouth don't get fed.
You're right. You're so right about that.
So I don't know. So with Renfro, why do you believe that he's in this for himself? I know you said a couple things earlier. I said I get back to it.
Look at what he's given us. You took 20 months to come up with this? That don't make no sense. You could have just did that from the very jump, once the contract ended. But you had yourself going through your so-called illness. You had to deal with that.
Right.
And you went with going on a hiatus,
Hiatus.
to
Yep.
say, yeah, right. And decide you want to come back, and then you decide that, okay, this is what we're going to offer, for a tentative agreement for the carriers. Wait a minute. So you dropped all your charges have been dropped, which is kind of crazy. All your charges have been dropped. You can't even drive a postal vehicle,
Oh.
but all your charges have been dropped. So if your charges have been dropped and you're still in your seat right now, what are you getting out of this deal if this deal goes through? That's a big question for me.
So again, we don't do the conspiracy theories, but I said the same thing. Shit. For y'all to get offered pigeon scraps and he actually have a smile on his face, and then at a few of the I don't even know if they call them rap sessions, he's saying that he never once mentioned that it was going to be historic or great. Now, we've all heard that come out of his mouth, and even in his articles that he said it's going to be historic, people are going to be pleased. Why would he feel that it's going to be historic and then turn around and offer crumbs? You know what I'm saying?
That
What
is so
changed
crazy.
between then and now?
Yeah, that is so crazy to me, because you got all the carriers anticipating on something good, and then you turn around and you do something like this. What did you even work hard at it at all? Did you just find that online somewhere and then decide, okay, this is what you're going to offer us? Really?
Copy and paste, brother. Copy and paste. Um, I'm not gonna hold you on here long. I like to keep things short. I want to keep the people coming back. Um, while you're on here, man, 27 years. To anybody that's watching, if you have any questions for this gentleman, just shoot it through the chat right quick, and I'm gonna keep him on here for a few more minutes if that's all right. I see you still in uniform. Is that uniform you still in?
And
Damn, dog. Let me, dog.
work late. These late hours, man. That's how it is.
Took a midday nap,
You know.
worked out a little bit, got up, cooked dinner. I'm just messing with you. All
And
right.
by the way, our office starts at 9 o'clock. And our 8 hours ends at 5:30. So we already in the dark coming back, if we working 8 hours. But if we working past that, man, we can't see anything. In the area that I work in, there's hardly any lights out there.
Mm. All right. I got one. How long do you plan on sticking around?
I would say another 5 more years, man. I might want to try to do a little bit longer, long as my body holds up on me.
Really?
I'm older now, man. So I'm starting to have issues.
Mm. Too much
like I
running
said,
from.
like I said, I love my job, man. So if I can just put in another 5 more years, I'm good.
You know what's crazy is that every carrier says they love their job. They just mm, five
You
more
out and
years.
about, you're all by yourself, and man, then you get to interact with your customers, and your customers, they know you. You know your customers. You know their kids, everything, man. I mean, just today, I had one of my customers said that he really appreciate what I do.
That make you feel good, don't it?
Man, it goes a long way, because after you just having a hard day and you just stressing on trying to get back to the office, and then you have somebody to say something like that, man, it's like it makes you want to keep going on.
Okay. All right. Um, somebody said, what was your craziest experience as a carrier?
Ah, crazy experience as a carrier, and that could be anything, correct?
Anything.
Um, the craziest thing for me was being pinned in a corner by two dogs getting out to drop off a package. That's the craziest thing.
Mm,
Now you know you always can tell signs of dogs that live at the home or whatever, but somehow the customer had his garage door wide open.
mm.
The dogs was right in the garage. I'm all the way up to the front door, getting
Oh
ready to drop the package.
damn.
All I heard was the nails coming on the sidewalks. Yeah, turn around, they right there barking. And I couldn't do nothing but just say help.
Just free. Okay.
I couldn't even yell. I could just say help.
Were the customers there?
The customers was there.
Okay.
They did come out, but yeah, that's like one of those craziest incidents that happened to me.
Mm. Okay. All right. Be nice if y'all have some real protection with you. Mm.
Be
On to the
nice.
on to the next note. Mm. Someone says, ask him how many supervisors are at your office doing nothing. Doing nothing.
Uh, we have 4 supervisors in our office, and I would say, to be honest with you, they all do a real good job there.
Really?
They actually work
Hmm.
now, and we're still in our office, but majority of the other offices, they all moved to the SNDC,
Yes.
and they have the supervisors there that's just not. They don't even know what to do.
I saw them.
Yeah, they don't even know what to do.
I saw them. They look lost in space.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. But we got a good team in our office, so I'm happy with my supervisors.
Someone said, do they think they should make it the max 25 years? Uh, I think that's a good idea. Shit. 25 years, if you can survive off of it.
Yeah, you just have to make sure that you putting enough away in your 401k. Then you don't have to worry about it too much. I mean, as long as you managing your money right, you should be good.
Mm. She said, wow, 9 a.m. I'm fussing about 8:30. We need to use your voice as a vet. I love my job as a carrier too. I'm ready to change the culture and I speak up at the meetings. Gabrielle, get it. Gabrielle be on it. I think Gabrielle texted me a couple times. She says the customers appreciate us more at the PO. This is true.
We're the faces, man. We're the faces out there. The customers are the ones that you see, that they see. They see us. They don't see no managers. They don't see no clerks. They don't see no union reps or nothing like that. They see us.
Yaya said, them lonely housewives don't lie, Eric. All right. On that note, I know you got people in the house with you. I'm on to the next one. Man, biting them dogs. How many days a week and how many hours you working it? Oh, how many days a week and how many hours do you work and does it affect your family life?
Days a week, it's going to 6 days a week pretty much now. When the post office, they started hiring all these CCAs, things was, very slow at that point, especially for the new CCAs that came in. They wasn't even getting any hours. But when they did come in, they took our overtime away from us. So it was good. I think it was good for us back then as regulars because we was able to spend more time with our families. But now, since they've all moved these CCAs to the SNDC, it's hella overtime now. 6 days a week, 9-10 hours a day for the regulars.
For the regulars.
For the regulars.
Man, you making a big chunk of change there, cousin.
Yeah, but I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
And you got a whole life outside of it. You a president too or something. Anyway. Oh, man.
Stay active.
Yes, you definitely do. Why leading by your carriers emptying their TSP right now? Don't touch that TSP. COLA should be equal. Judging our management. I have a question. Tanya Dunn. Why do ooh, oh boy. Tanya Dunn says, why do people in the South don't want to fight and want to vote yes when up north is steadfast and very solid about voting no? Ooh, Tanya Dunn said that.
Tanya, I agree with you. Nobody don't want to start no waves down here. They just quick to just accept to what they want to give us. Nobody don't want to start no waves. They want to stay under the radar, and just keep quiet. We got that slow flow, northern folks, they got that rowdy attitude. But again, don't get us twisted now.
Rowdy attitude. I get it. They said, and they live like it. Someone said, according to my steward, the cost of living is lower in the South. No, hell, it ain't.
Not in South Florida.
Not in South Florida.
No, it's not.
I wish. Anyway, not that I live in South Florida, but if I did, I'm pretty sure it's not cheap there.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Everything is going up. Everything is going up. And that's why we need a better agreement, man. I'm quite sure in other states where the cost of living is not so high, it's okay for those folks. But what about the people that's in those high cost living areas? Can't survive. You basically need like a 4-person income in your home.
Yeah. At least
You can't even do 2 now.
That's the hard part. If you live alone, there's no way that you be able to survive off of this. Oh, do I got that paper? Man, I just had the paper today about our health insurance going the prices. I'm gonna have to do a video about that because I actually got the comparison about what I'm paying this year and what is going to. I sat down on the phone and spoke to them and found out. Hey man, I just curious, man. Do you see that?
Yo. Saved it, huh?
Remember that?
Oh man, look at that. Look at that.
I
Now
think that's.
everybody don't know what that is, but if they can see
Oh yeah.
it.
Wow. Yeah, I had that in my. You look like a gang member or something. Anyway, so I don't. Like I said, I don't want to stretch this out, man. I appreciate this. 27 years. Do you wish you started voting earlier?
Definitely. Definitely. I wish I was more involved in what I am trying to be right now.
If you have a chance to talk to the people that are just starting, what would you tell them? Because you're talking to a bunch of people right now, people that have been there obviously a lot less longer than you have. You've been around since dirt. How much the stamps cost when you started? 3 cent? What you?
No, man, it was 37 cents at that time, man. But no, pay attention to what's going on around you. You know, for far as with the new people, because I'm also I'm a trainer as well too, so I train the new CCAs that comes in. Uh, Learn your handbooks, learn your rules. You know, don't let management try to get over on you. I understand that you want to keep your job and everything like that, but be able to know all your do's and your don'ts with this. You know, pay attention to what's going on. Definitely, you know, we all here to we all for the same thing. Is to make a living, and we all should be proud to be in a position to where we are making a good, decent living with the post office.
I love it. Andre, December 15th, Branch 41, gonna show y'all how we do it in the South. That's what you're gonna do with Andre. You the one that reached out to me. You up there in Brooklyn? Somebody did. I can't really read right now. I think I'm gonna have to fly out to Brooklyn for the weekend just to be getting the mix. I'm trying not to get robbed, 'cause, rap started out in Bronx, not Brooklyn. Um, start some shit right now. So somebody says that window clerks are seen as much as carriers. We are frontline too. I agree. I agree. But window clerks are making more when they start. Once you reach the status of a window clerk, they automatically make more. It is what it is. They make more. Carriers are seen every single day. They dealing with the elements. Window clerks deal with the assholes that come in and out the door. Oh man, the old lady that I've heard some stories recently. Prejudice exists still. Um, but as far as window clerks, we're gonna be talking a lot about the with the APWU, and hopefully we got window clerks in the next 10 years.
Yeah, y'all have a contract. Y'all contract is getting ready to end pretty soon, isn't it?
It ended. The
Oh,
APWU,
okay,
it ended.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Are they actually saying what they planning on doing far as
absolutely. Absolutely.
and see, and that's the thing with us, we just been kept in limbo ever
So
since.
APWU, if anybody's watching, I know that a bunch of carriers are watching right now. If you actually go on our website, you can go on our website. It's not locked off to just certain people. Um, our president just did a little podcast, and he's actually you can just go on there and not hiding anything. Go down to his podcast. You can hear what they are proposing for us at the moment, where they're at, how long they got, etc. They also speak about the NALC contract, so you can get a feel for at least some transparency. Whether he
Mhm.
full of shit, we don't know, but at least you're hearing something, not disappeared. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what we need. We need more transparency, and we need to know exactly what our union leaders are trying to work for us.
They're
Um,
supposed to work for
yeah, they are supposed to work for us, and we should be knowing what they are planning on doing for us.
you.
But
Okay.
that didn't happen.
Mm,
But
mm.
hopefully, this next go around, we'll get more transparency.
If you had a chance to do it over, would you be more involved in the union end of it?
Listen, I am planning on being more involved in with this union, making sure that, because we haven't had a shop steward in a while, but now we just appointed a CCA, matter of fact, to be our union rep, and I'm making sure that I'm talking to him, and I'm calling the union hall. I'm going down to the meetings. I'm making sure that I'm making myself more involved in this.
How long have you been without a shop steward?
Yeah. Our last shop steward, he went out on medical, so he's been gone for a good year.
Nationwide, this is going on. Stations nationwide where people come in, and this is why I talk to the NALC leadership, the ones that shove pieces of paper in people's faces when they come in and they do their orientation, say, hey, sign up. Then they go into your station, and they're looking for their shop steward, and they don't have one. They don't have nobody to protect them. Y'all feeling me right now? You walk into a station, a new CCA, a deer in headlights, and they don't know what's going on. It's like, okay, well, I'm paying $20 every paycheck for some type of representation, but you said he's been out for a year and a half.
Yeah, our shop steward that we voted on. He was out for a whole year.
Mm. Oh boy. They gotta do better. They gotta do better. Tanya Dunn, what part of Florida you in? She says she live in a high price area. She might be in your area. Tanya Dunn, you in South Florida? She says she got a price of living down there as well. Um, I appreciate you, brother. Anything in closing that you want to get off? 27 years, you got a lot of knowledge. Um, it's a shame that it took you this long to get involved with the union.
Right.
But that's not a knock at you. Nobody, you got to understand, postal family. A lot of the older carriers never had to be involved with the union because back then the union just did what they supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Now, when you still have an older carrier that 5 years left saying this shit don't seem right, something ain't right. This is the newer generation's turn to get involved, like he just said. Step up, change the culture.
Change the culture, folks. Change the culture. Get more involved.
Can you imagine if everybody was involved from the get go? How much y'all be making? Central West Florida, Tampa area.
On Tampa, okay.
I guess that's Tampa. Central West. That's Tampa, Sarasota. Oh, oof. Yeah, see? Tanya done. All right. When I go over to what's the name of that amusement park out there? I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna hit you up, Tanya. You gonna Busch Gardens, that's what they got. Busch Gardens out there. All
But
right.
yeah, but before we leave out, I just want to make sure that when everybody get their ballots, man, just make sure that we are making sure that our ballots are getting to the headquarters so they can get counted. So if you got to pay that little extra dime, I won't say dime, but you know what I mean. Pay that little extra money just to make sure that you have a tracking number on it or whatever. Do that.
Ooh,
Do that. Because we want to make sure that this
like
agreement
that.
gets voted down and have our union leaders go back to the table and
You know
come
how
out.
much work that's gonna be for them? Did y'all
Hey,
hear what this man just said? I'd send it registered, certified, have somebody sign for that bid. What
whatever it takes, but have some type of tracking on there.
what's certified cost?
Certifies, I think they're at 635 and some change, I believe.
Like we got a clerk in there. They supposed to
Some
know
change.
that.
Yeah, clerks. Where the clerks at?
So if you send it certified, you know your ballot got to them because they somebody got to sign for it.
Exactly.
At least you
Exactly.
know that they got it.
Exactly.
James Murphy said 6. A goddamn piece of paper. Man, I got a box over there that I got to mail to another country, and I'm contemplating life. I just got my renewal notice on my P.O. box. $200 for the year. I try to support the post office, bro. The P.O. box is about this big. That's it. The slot is that big. You know, the little door opens up and you slide. That's as big. $200 for the
Wow.
year. When I
Wow.
started, it was like $70 for the year. $200. I don't know if I could afford it no more. The registered is almost 20. We are not stupid. Branch 36, NYCJ. I gotta let people know before I come up there. I'll be scared. $8.95 with return receipt. Oh, at least people got it going. E, anything else you'd like to say?
No,
27 years
man.
of knowledge.
No, man, that's it. But I'm happy that you was able to bring me on, man, and I'm glad that I was able to talk to, your audience and everything like that. I appreciate all your work that you're doing, man, keeping us informed. I mean, you're
You
doing
said
your
my
thing.
audience. That's your brothers and sisters, bro.
Okay. My brothers and sisters, you're right. You're right. But no, I appreciate everything that you're doing, man, keeping us informed and all that.
I fake it till I make it. I never deliver a piece of mail in my life. No, no, it's cool, man. I remember when I first started applying here. Remember, I used to call you up and say, "Man, I got life going on. You think they gonna hire me?" I remember. You remember that?
Hmm. Yeah. And look where
Mhm.
you at right now.
Sitting in my damn living room in my boxers. That's it. Everybody played a part in this, man. Everybody played a part in this. I truly appreciate you. I'm gonna just go through my list and let everybody know that I saw them, at least if they're here. Tanya, hello. When I get over to the West Coast, you gonna take me on one of them rides? Hopefully I don't throw up. Andre, $300 round trip, Saturday to Sunday. I already looked it up. I might have to sleep in the car. Alfred, many carriers don't even know what the carrier handbook is. Oof. Oof. Where can they get a carrier handbook?
They can always go to their union. They can always get one from there.
Can I just say, hey, shop steward, can you get me a handbook?
You should be able to get one.
Y'all hear that? Tanya said my handbook is in my closet somewhere. That handbook's supposed to be sitting right next to your Bible. Not close, but it's the carrier Bible. Gabrielle, we appreciate you. Yeah, my homeboy. Don't forget to check out the goat. Which goat you referring to, Yeah? It's an inside joke. Uh, ask him about diet colas that we get. Do you still get a cola?
We haven't received one since the end of the contract.
You haven't received a cola?
We haven't received anything.
Bruh.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the offering them the colas that they're offering you now in the TA?
I think we should be getting 100% colas, man. To be honest with you.
Have you ever gotten 100%?
No,
Never.
never,
27 years, never.
never.
Our unions suck. Okay. You got to change that up. We have to have faith in the voting system like we always have. Sheesh. I don't know about that. I
You can do
mean,
one of these. You can do one of these numbers if you want to.
there it is.
Pray.
Gotta pray.
Still gotta keep keep track of a tracking number still anyway.
NYC here, MVO, J. Rodriguez, MVO truck drivers. Eric Cabrera. I've been here 34 years. Eric, it's time to go. Ah, damn, somebody, Eric Cabrera, said 34 years. You won. You already won. Why you here? 34. I'm not gonna be here 34 years. No, sir. I ain't gonna be here 30. 25, before 25, I'm gone. No colas in PA2. I'm voting no. What's a cola? I like Barks. And you didn't fight for that. Never. 100% cola. Damn. I love you, Eric.
Same here, my brother.
My postal family, we appreciate you listening. If y'all don't do nothing else, don't take it for the non-carrier right here. Take it from the seasoned vet. All right. This is JH. Yeah, he already won. He did.
This is Eric. Sign it off.
And we out.
Peace.